If I am audible, please text yes in comment box like that. If I am audible, I'm audible. Frame. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So now it is visible for you, right? So my slide is visible now. Okay. You can see elephants. It's having a very large ear. That means the surface area. It's similar to our blade, right? If you heat the blade, it will get heated soon. At the same time, it will cool down soon. All because of the surface area. Similarly, the body heat is transferred through convection process. Surface. If you dissipate the heat through surface, that is called convection process, right? So here it is using some convection process to dissipate the body heat. Similarly here we are having fins. That means it is these are surface area. For increasing the surface area, we are using fins. And similarly we are using fan to dissipate that heat, right? So this is how they get inspired by elephant ears. And the next one is owl. So what do you get inspired by this owl? If you have if you have any idea, please text in the comment box. If you have any idea, you can text. Right? If you have any idea about this owl, please type in text box. Okay, no problem. So you can see the legs of the owls. It's filled with it's covered with small tiny hairs, right? Similarly here the ears are in this location. Okay, the speciality of these owls are it will fly without making any noise. That's the speciality. If you take any birds while flying, it will make some noise. So the owl, the owl only hunts at night. That means it's very calm. At night the surroundings or the environment is very calm. So if the owl flies with some noise, what happens? These predators, the prey like rat or small insects or something, it will find or it will identify that something is coming to hunt, and then it will escape, right? So to avoid that, it gets evolved, and then finally it come up with this type of nature. So it will fly without making any noise, right? Okay. Hello. PPT நான் ஷேர் பண்ணுறேன். இப்போ ஷேர் பண்ணால் வர மாட்டேங்குது. ஓகே, இதுங்க இப்போ தான் எனக்கு அந்த அப்ளிகேஷன் விண்டோவே காட்டுது. எனக்கு இதுக்கு முன்னாடி காட்டல. இப்போ 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 ஆகுதுன்னு பாருங்கள். இப்போ வந்து ஓகே, இல்லை அதுக்கு முன்னாடி வெறும் ஷேர் விண்டோ மட்டும் தான். ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ. Okay, now you can see that owl, it's having some tiny hairs in the legs, right? So this means this will absorb some sound, and moreover the wing structure also get modified like that. So it will convert the turbulent flow of air into a laminar flow while flying. Thus by that it will reduce the noise. So engineers gets inspired by this unique property of owl, and then they come up with some solution like unmanned aerial vehicles, right? So to reduce the noise, most of the or identify the unmanned aerial vehicles through their noise, right? So they plan to build a noise-free unmanned aerial vehicles. Similarly, you can hear noise from fans in our ceiling fans, right? Or else exhaust fan like that. By imitating or copying the concept of owls with feathers, they need to engineers are now planning to create a fan, a soundless fan like that. Okay, so this is how engineers get inspired lot of things or lot of concept from the nature. You can see this is the this is why it reduces noises. This tiny hairs absorbs sound as well as this type of structure reduces noises, right? And then you can see sunflower, you all know about that. So it will track the sun, right? From morning to evening it will track the sun. So they come up with a solar tracker. So instead of fixing a solar panel at one place, this solar panel get tracked. So, it will track the sun. Okay, by that we can get more solar energy. So this is inspired by sunflower only. And this is called a eagle. You can see eagles gliding, right? So they come up with a product called Alula. This product it's not having any motors or engines to power this. So you need to throw this product in air and you can control that using using the aileron only. So it will fly for a few minutes or 1 or 2 minutes. It will glide and it will come down. So they come up with some product also. So if you get inspired by nature, you can also develop a innovative product. Okay, this is how it works. And then I also tell about this small type of birds. It's called a evitron. It also inspired by the small sparrows, flapping wing mechanism. I also develop a flapping wing mechanism concept birds. I'll show that to you. And coming to this golden eagle, you can see something differ from other eagles. The edges of the wings, it's turning up, right? Somewhat turning up. So this is called winglets. So the why it's evolved like this. The question is, golden eagles naturally hunt inside a dense forest. Golden eagle hunt inside the dense forest. If the wing span is very high, what will happen? It's very difficult to fly inside a dense forest. So the wing itself, biggest disadvantage for golden eagles. So what happened? These golden eagles plan to reduce the wing span, wing length. So what happened? Definitely, if you reduce the wing size, your lift get reduced. That's also a disadvantage. So to compensate this, the golden eagles having somewhat curved edges, that is called winglets. By this, it can reduce the wingspan. At the same time, it will maintain the lift also. I will explain how. You can see such type of winglets in aeroplane itself. You can see right here. This is called winglets. See here, difference between winglet and without winglet wings. Here, the air molecules below this wing only try to lift the aeroplane. So at this stage, what happened? Some air molecules get escape from this point and will come up and push the plane downward direction. This will reduce the lift. So to avoid this, what we can do? We need to fix a shape like this. So this shape is called winglets. What will happen? If some air try to come up, it will not come into this side and push the wing towards downward direction. Okay. So like that, they are come up with an innovative solution by reducing the wingspan. At the same time, they are maintaining the lift. So it was copied or it was mimicked from golden eagles only, right? You can see here. You can see the vertex. Without winglets means it will create large vertex. Here it is reduced, drag reduced. So the size of the winglets, you can see how big it is. And then sonar. These are called whales or shark, whatever it may be. Most of the fishes like shark or blue whale, whatever it is, they are having some special character. it will detect yeah, the prey by using sounds. That is called sonic, right? So it will produce some sound. This sound will hit the prey and it will come back. So by that it will find that it will understand that if it is a prey or it is something other than prey, or else it will also calculate the distance, and also it will calculate the speed of the prey is moving like that, and also it will sense whether it is soft or hard. So like that it will detect, all because of these sound waves only. Why it is using sound? These fishes are hunting only at deep seas. At deep sea, naturally, it will be very dark. So at that point, they need to use only these type of techniques to find the prey, right? So under deep sea, it's very dark, so it can't able to see anything. So they need to use sound techniques to identify the prey, and they will hunt also. Similar to bats. Bat, bat also hunt at night. So this means the bats cannot able to see that insect or other prey. So it use sound waves to detect the prey. So engineers get inspired by this concept, and they are using sonar to identify submarines. You may know, right? This is how they copy. Similarly, in non-destructive testing also they are using ultrasonic waves to identify the crack or something inside the material. So without breaking the material itself, they will identify what is inside the material, what is the damage. And this is called Velcro. This was the first biomimicry, I think so. This is the first biomimicry product. Velcro, right? You may see these type of things in your life, daily life itself. You can say strap, but it is called Velcro, right? Dry adhesive. You may know wet adhesive. Wet adhesives means like gum or glue, like that. These are called wet adhesives. Once it is fixed, you can't able to remove it. But the specialty of dry adhesive is you can remove whenever you want, right? So how they got inspired? The owner, I don't know the name, but he went to a farmland with his dog. So while returning to home, he see lot of birds. This is called burrs. These type of burrs are stick to the dog. So then he just remove the burrs, and then he keep that under the microscope, and he noticed that there are small hooks. So he gets some idea, and then he develop a Velcro, having one side with small hooks and other side having some sponge like fibers, right? This is how they developed Velcros. An ant. So ant, you may notice that while finding food, ant or else bee, whatever it may be, while finding food, it will go and search for food from the nest. It took any path, A or B, whatever it may be, it will go. So once it reaches the food, while coming to the nest, you can see after a while, it will go through a shortest path. So that's the speciality of ant as well as bees, honeybees. So engineers get inspired by this concept, and they come up with optimization technique like ant colony optimization. So to find the shortest path algorithm, they develop some shortest path algorithm, all because of these honeybees and ants. Similar to crane. We can also, you can hear this from what to say, optimization technique. Orumin voda, urumin varumare kaathirukumam koku. You may hear such type of things, right? So this means the crane will wait until a big fish will come. So and then it will pick. So like that, it is also a type of optimization technique. So there are a group in optimization technique. There are a group of there are n number of solutions. That algorithm pick a best solution from the group of solutions. That is called optimization technique. So the crane is also optimized. It is waiting. It's having n number of fishes, small fishes. It's also food for that crane, but it will not eat anything. So it is waiting for a best fish, right? So that is called an optimization technique. And similarly, you can see birds flying in this V-shaped structure. Why? Because this will reduce drag. So what happened? Think about this bird and then these two birds. The drag is comparatively low. Why? Because it is flying behind this bird. Similarly, these two birds, right? So birds fly in this format to reduce the drag and to travel a long distance. Not all birds fly in this V-shaped format. The birds which are going to travel a long distance follow these types of pattern. You may see such type of pattern in military flights also to reduce the fuel. They are also following the same concept, right? This is also biomimicry. And then shark. So the shark, the speciality of the shark, you can see here the surface of the skin is very clean, so you can see nothing. So that means it's a very shiny. The speciality of the shark is algae, fungus, bacteria or dust particle will not stick to this skin. So that is the speciality of shark. All because of the microstructure of the skin. Moreover, these type of fishes or these sharks can swim very fast. They can swim very fast. So engineers get inspired by this microstructure of the skin and they come up with some solution for swimmers. They develop a swimsuit with that shark microstructure, shark skin microstructured swimsuit. So if someone use this swimsuit, they will swim very fast, right? So it also worked. So in Olympic, they use these type of swimsuit and they won. And then after 1 or 2 years, the Olympic in Olympic they banned this type of swimsuits, right? And one more thing, they also coat such type of microstructure. They convert that into a paint, and then they coat that in the base of the boat. So this means it will not get what you can see that this coated with some paint which mimics the microstructure of shark skin. So that's why it's very clean. So it will naturally increase the speed of the boat as well as it will reduce the drag. So that's why they are using these type of paints. And moreover, some they develop some tiles. So naturally these tiles get what the algae, the fungus or bacteria will not form in these type of tiles. They are used for medical purpose. They are fixing such type of tiles in the hospitals, right? They are fixing that tile. You no need to worry about any cleaning and all. Why? Because that microstructure will not allow any bacteria or fungus form. So like that also they come up with some tiles. And then you can also notice that the top of the shark is in blue color, the bottom of the shark is in white color. Why? So think about this condition. If a prey is below the shark here, right? So if this prey look up, it will see this white color. This is matched with a sky. So that means it's camouflaged. The prey can't be able to find, right? Similarly, if you took this condition, if your prey is at top of this shark fish, if it looks down, it will only see this dark shade. This means if you look inside the water, yeah, you naturally it's very dark, right? So at that point, again it is camouflaged. So that's why it's having two colors. They mimic this concept in World War in submarines. They coated the upper part of the submarine with dark color and the lower part with light blue color or light white color. So to get away from enemies, right? So it's like a camouflage. So like that, engineers get inspired lot of things from this shark alone. Okay, right? So I need to. Okay, it's okay. Are you listening? If you are listening, please type yes in your chat box. Okay. Ravi Prasad, yes. Prem, yes. Okay, thank you very much for your reply. Whether it is interesting or not. Ravi Prasad, this is interesting. Yes. Yes, okay. Yes. Prem, very interesting, sir. Thank you very much, Prem. Okay. Okay, I'm going back to my slides. Is it visible or I need to click again? Oh, I need to click again, right? Application window. Okay, now it's visible. Okay, next. These are called termites. The speciality of these termites are they do farming inside the termites. Inside this, okay, they do some farming. How? They collect some wood or some dry leaves, and then they maintain a temperature nearly about 35 degrees Celsius. At the same time, it will also maintain a moisture. So this will make fungus to grow inside the termite. So they are using that as a food. So that means they are doing some farming inside this. How it is maintaining the temperature? Just by opening and closing the inlet and outlet valves. You can see lot of holes, right? You can see lot of holes in termites nest. So the worker termites will go and close this or open this. So in order to maintain the temperature, right? In order to maintain the temperature, even if it is even the outside temperature is 25 degrees Celsius, these termites will maintain to 30 or 35 degrees Celsius. If the outside temperature is 40, no problem, it will maintain for 30 or 25 degrees Celsius inside the termites. So that's the speciality of termites. How it is doing? It is just by closing and opening the valves. That's all. So the engineers get inspired by this and they come up with they are planning to make buildings. So that will auto-cool buildings. It will cool automatically just by closing and opening some doors or some walls, like that they develop. Okay. And this is a humpback. You know that, right? It's very huge. One of the biggest fish, right? Mammal. It's moving. Slowly it will move. So it will produce enough torque to move inside the water. How it is doing? All because of this, right? You can see something it's projected out, right? Engineers get inspired by this and they come up with one product that's called wind turbines. So in the edges they will make some modification. It's similar to the humpback. You can see from that research they are telling that it will reduce drag and it will increase more lift also. Like that they are come up with some new solution, all because of the humpback, right? You can see. Okay. And this is lotus leaf, and also you can see in banana leaf also. If you pour water, it will go, it will move away from, it form like a droplet, it will not stick to that leaf, right? So that what will happen, it will collect the debris means or dust particle, and it will come out. Naturally, always these leaves are very clean. Why? If you take banana, the leaves are very huge. That means it need to do more photosynthesis. That's why the leaves are very huge, very big, right? It's totally depend upon the sunlight. So, and moreover, think about this situation. If it is dust, if it is covered with dust, what will happen? The photosynthesis get reduced, right? It will not receive that much amount of sunlight. So they need to keep the leaf always very clean. Then only it will receive more sunlight. Why? Because these types of plant need more sunlight, or else it will die. So they evolve like that. So just by pouring some water itself, it will get cleaned. That's why we are using banana leaf for eating food. We are using banana leaf, right? Just by pouring water, we are not washing anything. Just by pouring water itself, more than enough to clean the banana leaf, and moreover, it's always naturally it is very clean, right? Similar to lotus leaf. Nano coating are there. This is how it works. You can see small projections. It's a microstructure. This is a water droplet. It will not stick to the leaf. Why? Because of this small projection. And you can see small dust particles. So while it rotates, this water will collect all the debris from the surface of the leaf. So wax crystals, and moreover these are called wax crystals. So that's why it's not sticking to the leaf. So they come up with some nano coating for self-cleaning buildings. They are using such type of microstructures which will clean automatically. You can see a lot of buildings, right? And this is called gecko. The specialties, it will climb up and down wherever it wants, and moreover it will fly. It will climb on glass itself. All because of this. This was a type of dry adhesive, similar to Velcro. Small nano fibers. These fibers get stick to the surface. So that's why it can able to climb on the glasses. So engineers get inspired by this, and they come up with some project like this. A lizard like shape will climb on windows or a vertical wall. Okay. And this spider web. The speciality of the spider web is, no one thing, this let us think this situation. If a bird comes, what will happen? That will collapse this web. So that means it need to web again. It need to web again, right? That's a problem. So these spider webs are designed like that. This is visible to birds. Clearly, it is visible to birds. So that means birds will not hit, or the birds will not collapse this web. It will fly away once it see this pattern. So it's in nature, right? So by these engineers get inspired, and they come up with some. So I just want to show that it will not stick into that. It will collapse and it will fly away, right? Okay. So to avoid that, you can see here glass windows with some web web shape. With web, it is only visible to birds. That's the special. They come up with some technique. They can see some web shapes inside the glass only for birds. So that means birds will understand that this is a web or something it is there, so it will not hit the window glass. So you can see a lot of birds are eating the window glasses. Why? Because it's not the bird will not know, right? They thought that it is open space and it will try to fly. So like that, many birds will also die by the neck, by getting the neck broken. So to avoid that, engineers are come up with these type of solutions. And then this is a flower, and they get inspired by this, and they come up with this whirlpool washing machine to make the water, for rinsing the water. Like that, they are using this type of concept. And then these are called some tuna, flora, like that. This will grow under the deep sea, and they mimic that to for power generation purpose. Will move always will move. Why? Because of the waves, right? So by that they are developing some power also. And then come to this. It is a butterfly. The specialty is when you see butterfly or else some peacock feather. If you the peacock feather, it will shine if you make that feather. If you go to outside, or if you show to sunlight, it will visible more. Right? It will show different colors only when you are showing to the sunlight. Similarly, these type of butterflies also. So once it was it will emit more colors only at sunlight, right? Take our mobile phones. If you go out with your mobile phone, you need to increase your brightness, right? That's a problem. So they come up with some technology that's called microcell display. These displays are mimicking the concept of butterflies, and then they come up with solution, right? That means direct sunlight, it will emit more colors. So no need to worry about the brightness control or else the power consumption of your mobile phone. The sunlight itself more than enough for that display to make it very clear, for our better visibility. So it's a very new innovative method, right? So that's called microcell display. There are many researchers are going on this type of projects. So this is how it works. And then this is called pitot tube. You can see that in aeroplanes as well as in jet. To measure the speed of the aeroplane, you can see here, and for jet you can see here. This was copied from beak of birds. So birds while flying, it must know the speed, right? Then only it will fly according to that speed. So how it works, you can see that there is a tube like structure with some gel here inside the beak. So while flying, it will make some pressure in that gel. So by that, the birds will know at what speed they are flying. So all because of that only it will fly well. So engineers get inspired by this concept. They come up with some pitot tube. We can call it as pitot tube. The airflow increase the pressure here. By that pressure itself, we are calculating the speed. So this is how they are calculating the speed in aeroplanes and jet and all. And this is a desert beetle. The speciality of the desert beetle is it will drink water, right? This is how it drink water. You know one thing? Yeah. The whole night, the position of the beetle is in this position, somewhat at an angle. So what happened? It will collect the mist from the air. It will collect the mist from the air. And these droplets, it's having some pathways to guide the water droplets to the mouth. So for the whole night, it is in this position. At the morning, you can see that the water droplet is in its mouth. So it will drink and it will do. So this is how it is collecting the water in desert. So the engineers come up with some new product. It's similar to this desert beetle. So at night, this dome shape collect the water droplets, and then in morning you can drink water by opening this valve. right? The concept. So like that, engineers or get inspired lot of things from nature. So this is birds, eagles. It will fly in a circle. You may see birds are flying in a circular path. Why? Because of thermal lift. So if the bird want to fly very high without using the power, the flapping power, they use these type of thermal lifts. Thermal lift means, you know that when the temperature increases, what happened? The density of the air also get reduced. That means the air will go up. So these birds identify the thermal lift area, thermal lift zones. These zones may be the industry zone, whatever it is. So the heat, due to high temperature, the density get reduced, and then it will, they utilize this, the less density, these birds, and it will climb higher, right? Maybe pilots also doing the same thing by identifying this. If something is flying with, they also identify that concept, and they use this thermal lift to increase the altitude without using fuel, right? You can see here. So here they gain the altitude, it comes down. Again they are gaining the altitude, and it will come down. So by this they can use use less amount of fuel, right? This is chimpanzee. You know that it will find medicines. It will find any solution for any diseases. So you can see that these chimpanzees identify, if something happened to the chimpanzee, it will identify the exact leaves to solve the problem, or to solve the disease, or to cure the disease. So doctors watch chimpanzees for many diseases, how these chimpanzees are solving or curing the diseases from nature, and then they copy the same concept to solve, right? So that's what biomimicry. I think you enjoy this session. Okay. I think it's over, sir. If you have any doubts, or you can ask me, or you can ask your question in chat box itself. Hello? Yeah, sir.
Very nice thought-provoking presentation. Very nice to hear.
Okay.
Technology and biomimicry
Yes, sir.
are areas nowadays. Nowadays, these nanocells are famous in
Yes. Nano
people.
coding.
Could you please share some views?
Yes. Application for nano coating is large, huge. They are using in many places. Yes. So what about the audience, whether they are getting interested?
Any questions, gentlemen? Okay.
Ravi has asked some questions, sir.
Yes.
Why he's asking why it is not implemented in big wind farms? But he had texted before.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So it's a new method, right? So they need to change the whole machining setup also for that, for making such type of things. So it will take some time. So that's why they are not implementing these type of blades.
Yeah.
Okay. Already they are on one setup, right? They are going with that only. So it's coming new. They need to develop some machineries, or they need to do some more work related to this. They may face lot of problem while going to manufacturing, right? So it will take some time.
Okay, okay, sir. Got it.
Any other questions, gentlemen? Clarifications? If there are no questions, let us conclude this webinar.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Arivalagan sir, sparing the valuable time
Thank you very
to
much, sir.
RJ Digital Global Solutions
Okay.
for the students' benefit as well as education and researchers' benefit. You have shared a lot of information. So
Yeah.
hope this will be useful to global community.
Thank
Once
you.
again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, virtual right team.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very interesting presentation, sir. Many new insights from nature and how to use it to technology, how to learn from technology and use.
Yes.
It was very interesting, sir.
Okay.
Sir, Ravi is asking one last question. Ravi, you can unmute and ask. Yeah. Ravi? Or you can just send a text in chat. We will.
Innovation. It's asking about innovations.
Innovations in biomimicry, right? Okay. So, which should considered as mandatory problem statement? I'm not understanding. Considered as mandatory problem statement.
He's
So,
asking about basic governing equation.
okay, we'll take it.
Sir, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Ravi Prasad. How are you?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I had a issue with the mic actually.
Okay,
Sir,
no problem.
my doubt is like actually when you consider innovation in biomimicry, that is like we do projects in biomimicry. Can you share your views regarding or suggestion regarding in what and all fields now we can as a student we can implement the ideas in biomimicry and what and all the steps we can now start proceeding regarding that.
Okay, if you want to solve a problem first, if someone is giving problem statement means you need to think out of the box. That means most of them are think in an engineering method only, right? So if you think in biomimicry method, so naturally that problem will be solved in an innovative way. So that is the specialty of biomimicry, right? You don't need to think innovatively, right? If you solve
With,
the problem with that biomimicry itself an innovative way.
Do you know any current innovations which is currently going on with using biomimicry as a basic platform, sir?
Yeah, in Festo they are developing lot of robots similar to what animals and birds like that. So they are doing lot of things. It's like you can see lot of videos in Festos now. 3 to 4 days back they come up with some small bird like robot that will fly like a sparrow. So they are doing lot of things, and maybe in future we can see lot of biomimicry related products. And you have to start means if you have any problem you need to seek the solution in nature, similar problem in nature, how that nature is solving. So copy that concept in your problem and you can solve that also.
Sir, and also one of my student who is present here, she wanna ask like that is like if chimpanzees they say as you said it can find medicine for corona. How do you think what is the biomimicry? That is like that is like using chimpanzee they are testing for a corona or anything, but they take human trial as using monkeys or anything like that.
No. 1 minute, Ravi. They are testing the chimpanzees, right?
Yeah, that's what, sir.
They
That is
what?
like testing a medicine. Is there any biomimical concept that is being taken genetically inside that, sir?
I don't know about that, but how they are using chimpanzees is, for example, if the chimpanzee is affected by some kind of diseases, means they inject that virus or something bacteria to that chimpanzee, right? And they leave that chimpanzee in the forest itself. So they will monitor the chimpanzee, and after 1 or 2 weeks, if it recovered, means then they note down the things what the chimpanzees ate, and then they come up with some new medicine according to that, right? So like that they are doing, not for all the diseases, they are trying for some diseases. So that's how it's called, it's linked with biomimicry.
Okay, sir.
Actually, lizards, lizards, how it travels through wall and all, it is having good adhesive property. In aerospace application and all, even at elevated temperature, it provides good bonding property with metal to metal bonding, adhesives, layer bonding, everything. So by using this biomimicry concept and natural biomimicry, they are developing nice adhesives which can cope up with the aerospace structures even at elevated temperatures, more than 400 degrees Celsius and all, they are fabricated. Nice to share.
Yes, sir. And additionally, to add an information, that is like recent technology which they actually said it, like the buffalo skin, sir. Actually, that is like buffalo skin actually have a specific property regarding not allowing the microorganism movement inside the body, sir. That is like compared to a normal human mask which we produce using fabrics. Actually, compared to that, this buffalo skin, what it does, like when a parasite which has been stuck to the skin of a buffalo, it doesn't provide any movement at all, sir. Actually, that is like, even though when you touch the skin, that is like they are saying, like even if you put a mask, you cannot remove it out, or you cannot take it outside. You should be continuously putting until you leave the home and come back to home. But the advantage they say in buffalo skin, like even though when a parasite is stuck in the buffalo skin, if you touch that, it is not actually getting transferred to your hand, it seems, sir. That is like when a microorganism is being stuck inside that, locomotion has been banned here, it seems.
Yeah, it's N95 mask. You can go and see N95 mask working. This virus gets stuck to that fibers of the N95 mask. Okay, even it is having some holes, it will not get into that. These nanofibers attract the fiber and get stuck, similar to that buffalo skin. So naturally what happened, it will not allow virus to enter into the persons, right? N95
Yes.
mask, it's working similar to that only. I don't know
Yes,
about
sir.
that buffalo, but N95 mask working like that.
Yes, sir. One last question, and regarding the Shakti fabrics in Coimbatore, actually, they have been put a video regarding like nowadays they have discovered they have made a mask which is having antibacterial medicines inside that, and they are saying like when virus gets attacked to the or the mask or anything, that is like it kills the virus within 3 hours. So using this property, you can save the people, like that they are saying. Do you think that the medicine can really work with that virus, actually, sir?
I'm not aware about that. I need to go through that, how it works and what is the material.
Yeah,
are
they
using. Then only I can
specifically
able to tell.
mean it like their masks differ from others by having their antibacterial medicine over the mask
Yeah,
layer
I
there.
understand that, but I don't know what the material and what's the medicine and how it works like that, right? Then only I can say whether it will work or not.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know about that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir. Hello, Jayakishan sir.
Okay, Arivalan sir. Let us conclude the session, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Renji.
Hello.
Let us conclude the session, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.